Okay, hello everyone. Welcome to a somewhat brief Wolfram language design review about graphics issues. First off, the new yellow. Which one is new? Is this the new one?
Everything there in that open section is the new yellow and the new styles. There's a history section above that that's closed that has, some of the previous ones.
Boy, I am not a yellowist. Okay, who here feels they're a yellowist and can see the yellows well through all our various I mean, Tim, you picked these yellows, is that true? I mean, this looks
Yes.
terrible. That looks like
Yes,
it's
with
in
Jeremy.
mud.
Well, that's because it's the opacity.
Well, it's just can't it can't stand. This can't work, right? I mean that just looks terrible, doesn't it?
I, I'm not sure what else you would do since that has opacity. I mean, there
I mean,
actually that yellow has uh less opacity than the other two colors, just so it
Yeah,
because
we
it was
tweaked it
really
to fix
dull.
the yellow. Yeah, that's actually had a lot of tweaking done to make it look less bad.
It used to be worse.
I
It's
mean,
currently
the
worse.
okay, well, you're not showing me what it is now, but I mean this looks good. How come this yellow is so bright when this yellow is so dim?
it's the opacity. It's the black,
Yet you have
bleeding
to add
through.
opacity so those two layers can, mix with each other.
So in this case, you're adding opacity. In
When
Yeah.
the
when
case
there's
of
multiple histograms, yes, because they sort of.
I get the point. I mean, do you have to have the same opacity for each histogram color?
I mean, they aren't
We
right now.
don't.
Right now, that yellow is
Yeah.
more opaque than the blue and the green.
I see. If it was if it was completely opaque, so to speak, it would be like this, right?
Yes.
Yes.
And look at
And
the
we
difference.
looked at that and it really jumps out compared to the other colors in that case. It looks bad.
Yeah. What happens if if these borders aren't blackish?
In the histogram case, you mean?
Yeah,
Or
in this case, because I mean, in this case, if those borders were whiter here on the black background, I think it would look better.
Yeah, if they used white instead of black, it would make it brighter.
we could do that, I think. We could
Hmm.
flip. We could make that edge style um light dark aware or light dark
Yeah,
sensitive.
no problem with that.
Okay, but can I see what this would look like? I see. That's the histogram. Show me the, can I do a dark pane of this?
Of which, yes, I mean you can do dark mode pane of, Command L. Yeah.
Oh, that looks just fine.
Mhm.
Now, what would that look like if it had white borders? By the way,
Do
dark mode pane should have a way of getting a margin. It should have a default margin.
to see the edges, do base style.
In what? In the histogram?
Yeah,
What would you like me to make it?
and then do edge form. I mean, you start with white so you can really see it.
I was gonna say I didn't think
And
that
then
was gonna do anything.
I was thinking that's
Do plot style goes to association base, string base goes to that edge form.
Well, that looks terrible.
do grade level 0 or do grade level 1, comma 1 because there's probably some opacity. Oh,
No,
no,
I don't.
I
I think
figured,
white was
thought there
just
might have
straight
been some.
white.
Mhm.
Sorry, what would I mean, if I did gray level 0.5,
Oh,
for
you got
example,
great.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, I'm not sure what that does on. I mean, available 0.5 there, and let's de-darken it. That looks pretty good to me. I like that. I don't like seeing all this bordering there. Now, what happens if if I go this, in that histogram, my God.
Right. I mean,
Well, this looks good.
I mean, okay. So the thing is when you're reevaluating, your build does not have the new yellow, so you're getting, slightly different yellow.
Well, so these are different yellows as well.
Yes, those two are different yellows as well.
Okay, you guys have needs to do some more work on this. Why don't you send by email, because we're getting really close to
Yep.
the wire. Send by email the material there.
Sounds good. And then that, the new yellow is sort of being done, for bar chart and distribution chart and
I think those look fine.
okay.
Now, what am I looking at here?
So this is, when we're looking at
This is the old
categorical.
yellow, right?
Yes, that's old yellow. Old yeller.
Okay.
Right. So this was like you had something like the example at the top there with a categorical histogram with three
Right, and I was super
categories.
confused.
Right. And you
Because
didn't like the
this
spacing.
spacing being equal to the thickness of a bar really confused me. If that spacing was like 2/3 of the thickness of a bar or half the thickness of a bar, I'd be a happy camper. Do you see what I'm saying?
I think so. And so the bars get wider and stay relatively tightly spaced.
I think so, but I mean, in these cases here, there's not a lot you can do with this case here. I mean,
Right. I mean,
I think, look, I think this case, if this was looked like this and had a quarter bar or something of space on either side, it'd be really obvious there's just one bar. You see what I'm saying?
mhm.
In other words, I think having some space around the bars when you've got just a small number of bars is an okay thing, but I hate. See, this one here looks 100% fine because that width isn't enough to fit a whole bar in there.
So less than one bar width of space max.
That's what I'm saying. Yes.
Okay. So it'll be somewhere in between that first set of 8 and that second set of 8.
Exactly. This looks wrong. This is hard to interpret.
Right.
That looks kind of wrong. But this looks fine, I think. It could be a little bit less than that, but that looks fine. It's like nobody's very confused by that. See what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
That's my suggestion. Oh, this guy.
Right. And so this is, a thing that we discussed, a couple of weeks ago, and you said go off and try things. And so,
Well, this looks better than it has looked. At least it doesn't have shininess or anything on it. I mean, I don't like the the gradient in the background is very business graphics. See,
right.
Do you just want it solid?
I think maybe
I
he
would
doesn't want
think
it there
so.
at all. Or do you want to?
Oh.
I don't know why it's there at all. Why is it there at all? So we can put these lines across.
I mean,
What do you think of the dark mode side, though? It's more subtle to me and looks fine.
It looks fine, but to me, there.
Yeah.
It's just
I
fine.
mean, if it had gradient but was very subtle, maybe it's okay.
I think it just doesn't need a gradient. I mean, I don't think the gradient.
Yeah.
I don't think the gradient does anything for us. I mean, maybe it's a visual cue of some kind. I don't understand. I don't think we need it. I mean, I think the shadow, they're not shadows, but the lighting effects here look good for three-dimensionality. Looks fine to me that way.
Okay. Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
the backdrop there is, it was one of those things that we came up with when we were, originally doing the 3D, doing the charts back
I know,
for
and I think
V7.
it was overly precious and not a good idea.
Well, no, I mean, I think it was that we sort of wanted something to help.
Looks snazzy. Yeah, go
No,
ahead.
to anchor the plot. I mean, so like, plot 3D, I mean, the 3D plots usually have like the full boxed thing around them to help set their space. but with this sort of extreme aspect ratio, that box doesn't look good.
Right.
Do you want the base to still be gray? The floor?
Yeah, yeah, but I
Yeah.
don't think that I
Okay,
think that's nice to have the floor
that's fine. Okay.
be gray, but just don't have it be too precious with, with gradients and things.
Hmm.
Okay. This here is better than this here. This here is so boring, in my view.
So sorry, there's two functions here. Well, I mean, there's right. There's two functions here, and the third one off the bottom of the screen.
Okay,
Right.
so what are these? So this
So
is,
so the first two are single and multi cases of list fit plot 3D, where the fit is the primary thing, and the data is a little bit secondary, and that's why they're getting the colored surfaces. Um,
sorry, I spaced for a second. Could you say that again, please?
right. So those first two are list fit plot 3D,
Yep,
where the fit is the primary output.
I get it.
The third one is list point plot 3D with plot fit. And so the points are primary and the fit is secondary.
I
And
get it.
that's why the fit is gray, and not blue.
What's
And
this one?
that last one is list plot 3D, where we have the surface
Boy,
is.
it's like wetlands.
What's your floodplain?
Yeah, right. The um I mean, it's not helped by the fact that in this plot, yeah, I mean, the default meshing is kind of ugly, but and the default meshing, I would argue that we should consider increasing the default mesh, you know, fineness of the mesh. I suspect that the fineness of the mesh that we've chosen right now has to do with a world of 25 years ago. Just saying.
The mesh for that yellow surface, you mean?
Yes. I think we should take a look at that. Default mesh for plot 3D and all that kind of thing. Maybe that we can go a bit finer. Maybe I'm
Finer
wrong.
is in spacing between them, or thickness of the lines,
No, I
or
mean spacing between them. The number of mesh lines.
I see.
I suspect that could increase.
I th
Okay.
anyway, I think it feels pretty good right now, but we'll,
All
we'll
right.
we,
Well,
we can look at that.
maybe it's true. Okay. Let's talk about this. I mean, so is this devastatingly bad? Perhaps not. I mean, I understand your explanation. Is there a tinge of blue? Is it already a cool gray that is a tinge of blue or not? Or
I
is that
think
a
it's
straight
straight
gray?
gray. I
Yeah.
think it's just a really light gray with no additional color to it.
Could we try and make it a cool gray to just give it a sort of a sense of bluishness, so to speak? Guys,
Yep, that's fine.
We,
We can try it.
we could try putting a little bit in
try it.
there. Yeah.
Actually, I think the blue version of that, the first version is more subtle. If you're trying to, if you look at the first version, the blue with the light blue dots, that background, the mesh, not the mesh, but the background looks a little better in dark mode. Maybe we just darken up the surface in dark mode for the third for fit plot.
I see.
Wait. What are we saying here? I mean, this one doesn't look very good because you can't really see what's going on there. Are you saying in this one here we've got to do something
Well,
with the
that's the
surface,
one
otherwise
where
you
the
can't see it?
surface is the kind of the star, but yet it's pretty subtle.
Yeah, and that's
I feel
wrong.
like the gray actually is standing out more in this third version.
I agree. So this probably has to lighten up,
Yeah.
in that case, the surface. But now the question is here, where, here the dot colors are all different, whereas here the dot colors look the same. See what I'm saying?
I think it's not really that case, but I think there's something going on with how it's perceived
Okay, all right.
with the combination of opacities.
By the way, I
But
like the way that these multiple surfaces work. This is good. Okay, but the question is only, I mean, you're saying the gray is kind of an afterthought gray, and I'm not horrified by that.
mhm. Right.
Okay,
I mean,
whether
I think, the main question I have is actually with like, the first one where the surface is blue and is primary.
I like it.
Like,
I mean, this one is good. This one doesn't make it.
so sorry, you're saying this one and I'm not able to see
Okay,
your cursor at the moment. So,
there. Do you see the cursor?
yep, I see it there now. Yes.
Okay, that one looks fine to me. This one does not make it. This one, given the explanation, I'm sort of okay with.
The one next to it needs a little bit darker surface to
Yeah,
de-emphasize on
I,
that
I
background.
think so.
Yeah. Okay, and this one needs a lighter surface.
Yep.
Down here, this is a mess, but I don't think there's much we can do about it.
I think that I agree. And then the final thing is you sent this email and I'm not entirely, I have some ideas about what you mean by plot together, but I don't remember us
Okay,
discussing
plot
something with
together.
that name.
No, we didn't. It's kind of like show with these two things. Yes, here's the issue. Here's the issue. Let me show you the issue. Okay,
Mhm.
so let's say I say plot. Oops. Okay. Now I say show %. They're all the same color. Given that we've
Right.
got all of this plot grid stuff, wouldn't it be nice if you could take two plots and put them together and have the colors kind of stack properly? That is my question.
I mean, I think that would be nice. I mean, I,
I'm not sure
imagine
how to
that
do
there's
it.
potentially other things that, this, could do, in terms of recomputing plot ranges or,
Yes. But I mean that's what I'm suggesting is something where that solves this problem.
I see.
Because otherwise this problem is kind of an ugly problem.
Right. You have to know ahead of time that you're going to need different colors and
Right. So that's what I'm suggesting. It's a new concept thing there.
right.
Okay, let's just take a look here at
And I haven't gone through this list to, reassess which ones are definitely in 15 and which ones are not yet in 15. So we're not
okay.
making it for 15, but
Well, I hope they'll make it. Okay. Plot grid spacings. Did that get?
we discussed some of it. We need to discuss more of it in depth, but
This
we're
needs
going
to
to
get
do a
solved. But did
light
this get
version
solved?
for.
No. Okay, what happened here?
This is where we came up with a like detailed histogram spec.
And then we're going to
It,
default them to be on top of the numbers, right?
yes, where we can control offsets and stuff.
Right. And we got a solution for this, right?
Not yet, but
But is it do we have a design?
I think we have a relatively straightforward design for that.
Okay, all right, fine. So you believe all these things are designed and on their way to getting done. Is that correct?
I mean, all of them have been discussed. There may be,
No, but I want to
details
know
that
whether we
come up.
got conclusions and I want to know whether we're making it for 15.0.
The
This one,
ones
obviously, that
below
one,
right.
right,
You know,
right. This should work.
yes.
Okay,
And you
so,
saw it earlier. I mean, we did,
all right,
that.
okay. So basically you're telling me there's nothing to look at here, but can you please annotate these for what's making it for 15.0? Am I making sense?
Yes. I mean, that's what that, below that blue cell is what's going into 15.0. There's sections below it for, progressive, definitely
So,
not.
so what's the stuff above the line?
The stuff above the line is things that I hadn't sorted yet, that had come up more recently.
All right, okay. Okay, it's good.
And I think there's like, another probably uncategorized section at the bottom that, yeah.
Ooh, okay, but so was everything down here discussed?
Yes. Everything here has been discussed. Anything that isn't in that top section of the notebook has been discussed.
Um, okay.
I mean, and really, eventually stuff will move down into the, definitive, this, is done and dusted for 15 section, and then we'll just have, stuff that is for 15.1 or.
Okay. All right. Fine. All right. Is there anything else we should go over in this meeting?
I don't think so.
Okay. I just want to check one thing in terms of documentation where we talk about, what, first of all, the click to copy for these tables, but second of all, every default setting must have a way for you to get it that's specified in the documentation. You know what I'm saying? The things we've discussed about color data of,
Right. So
plot.
we have we have a new default. So we have the old color data of default plot colors, that
Okay.
got added, a version or two ago. And we have a new color data of default chart colors, which
Yes.
gives us the slightly different sequence that, bar chart and histogram and
Hmm.
whatever are using. And, the docs for all of these, for basically every viz page will say either it's using this or it's using that.
Right.
Um,
Okay. All right. Fine. Fine. It's got to be readily copyable and all that kind of thing. Sounds good.
okay.
Um, all right.
Now we can all
Anything else?
discuss categorical.
Yes. Let's go categorical. See you later, those
Yeah.
who are joining next meeting. Okay.
Bye.
Bye.